Hello out there, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel, Pollock's World of Entertainment. This video is going to be tips on how to book an inexpensive Vegas trip. And tips that you can use and to get the best deal possible. Now, when I do trips to Vegas, as well as any place else that's going to require a flight, you want to go to a a combination. So I'll go to hotels.com and I'll do packages and flights, as you can see here. And that down here. And I'm going to take, here's Vegas. Okay, this is where you go. This is search vacation packages. You can see on here, it is going to be for flight and hotel. You do have an option to do flight only if you're going to try to book them separately, but anytime you combine them together, you can actually get a better deal. And I'm going to start by trying to book for September 7th through the 13th. I'm going to take a look at what's available. Okay, and this gives you a listing of hotels. Now, typically, when I am looking at this, I want to start with the least expensive first. And that, you go to sort and filter. And you can go, and right now it's on featured. So, sort and filter, where it says sort by and as featured, click on that. And then you want to go over to price, which is the next one down. And then apply. Now, the one thing about Las Vegas is that typically you'll want to book the things that you want to do when you get out there, not ahead. You can typically find deals on the strip or in downtown. They're going to be better than what you're going to find if you're booking through hotels.com or any of these sites. And there's the options, and these prices are okay. $555 for Circus Circus isn't too bad. Now this is for 6 nights, hotel and airfare. And so you can see where these prices are down to Circus Circus, and we can keep going. And here's a Stratosphere. Circus Circus is the one that's basically, it's self-explanatory. It's basically set up like a circus. The Stratosphere is the tall casino that has the rides on the roof. I have stayed in Stratosphere before. Actually, I stayed there the last time I went. You can go down, you can see these prices. And this is 6 nights hotel. And there's Hooters Casino Hotel. I've stayed there a couple times. Okay. Now you see these prices. Now, and this is actually for the dates of September 7th through September 13th. Now, you can change the dates to see if you can find, if you go to let's say we go to the following week. Say we leave on, it's the 14th through the 20th, as opposed to the 7th through the 13th. Okay, which is again 6 nights. This is for flight and hotel. Now you hit on this again, and the prices are going to be a bit different. And the one thing I would definitely recommend is to be patient with this. Try different weeks. Try even different months. Don't try not to lock yourself down to one week or even 1 month. Try to take the best you can find. There are other things you can also, if you want to be by certain locations, if you want amenities, and most of the hotels in Vegas are going to have the basic amenities, and they'll be listed actually when you look at the hotel. And if you want to be close to locations like the Hoover Dam, or the Las Vegas Convention Center, or University of Nevada, and there are more that are there. But right now I'm showing basically Las Vegas, and you could also, by property type, but at this point I just want to see what the lowest prices that I can find are. Now it's coming back up. It's updating. As you can see, the prices actually changed. The prices are actually a little higher for this week. That's not what we want. That's $794 at the Stratosphere just 1 week later. It definitely can make a big difference from 1 week to the next. Now, let's try going into October. Let's try doing the 12th through the 13th. Or the 12th through the 18th. Now bringing up. And this, when this is dealing with Vegas, this also can apply to any other destination as well. It's just I picked Vegas out because I've been there so many times. I've been to Vegas 7 times, 6 times since 2008. In terms of cost to actually go, it tends to be among the lowest. And yep, this also is a bit higher. Then that's the 7th through the 7th through the 13th. So far, the 7th through the 13th is the lowest price we found. But at the same time, if you're not finding the deal that you want, don't, wait. I mean, the prices do come down. They do run specials. And so definitely recommend being patient with it. There are other times as well, November, but you can actually try all the different week combinations. Now we're doing 19th through the 25th. See if that makes a difference on price, if it brings it down. But so far, the September th through the 13th was the best deal so far that we've seen, in general. Yeah, you can see there's not much difference from this one week to the next in October 19th to the 25th. And again, go back. Look back at September again, 7th through the 13th. This has been the best deal that we've found so far. You can also check, of course, for New Year's. It's going to be more, obviously, for New Year's. But you can see the important thing is to try different combinations. And I'm doing 6 nights, and that's normally what I go. That's normally what I go for when I go to Vegas. You can see 623 is what the Stratosphere is. And then you can look at the other ones that are actually a little less. Yeah, you have so it's a little less expensive for this week. But these are, I think you can find better deals at times than this. It's not, these are not deals that I would necessarily jump on at this point. This is probably the best week so far. Yeah, we're definitely not going doing that. So I know Circus Circus was on there. They may have actually just booked up. There were 300 some rooms that were just booked. They may have been booked up. But yeah, these are different combinations to try. And when you find one that works, then go for it. You get the deal that you're looking for, then yeah, go for it. But till then, try different combinations. Try the last week. That's August. Let's not go there. Let's try it. Let's see how the end of August is doing. Oh, and here we go. 528 for the Stratosphere. That's 6 nights. Las Vegas Hostel. I would not do Hostel. My understanding with hostel hotels or motels is that you actually share rooms with somebody else. So, yeah, I've never tried doing a hostel, but I don't think it's not something that I would want to try. Here's the Golden Gate Hotel and Casino. That's in downtown. Downtowner, there's the Stratospheres at 528. Then, so, anytime you're going for 6 nights and you're under 600, that's doing pretty good when you're doing hotel and airfare for that price. Now these are getting much higher, and I wouldn't do these unless you find something like a 5-star hotel. But even that, now once we're getting over 1,000, even a 5-star hotel I wouldn't do. But yeah, the Stratosphere for 528 for 6 nights. That's that's 6 nights hotel, and that's airfare round trip. That's a pretty nice deal. Take a look at some others, like the Plaza Hotel and Casino. You can see here's the Plaza. Then you can take a look at pictures. Yeah, this is not bad either, and that's actually less. That's about 515. Not bad guest room. It has good ratings as well. You can go down, you have your choice where you can get a deluxe room that's 30 square meters, and then you get 1 king or 2 queen beds, sleeps 4 guests. You get free parking and free Wi-Fi. You can take a look at the room. You get premium channels, premium bedding, private bathroom, shower tub combination, free toiletries, and hair dryer. It actually have smoking and non-smoking available. That's not a lot of hotels have that. Then if you want to get a city view, it's $770 per night more. And the double deluxe room only is another $15.21 more. The twin double room is $16.91. It's a 3-star Las Vegas resort in downtown, and you can walk to the Golden Nugget. And that's $515.14, and that's for one person. That's if I'm going by myself. Here's take a look at the El Cortez. This is also a downtown casino. To look at their casino. Okay. I'm going to go down, and you have your options here, whether to keep the one room or you can upgrade. There are possible upgrades, and we're going to go and stick with the one room. I'm going to select that room. Now you get to go and choose your flights, which is nice because you get to choose your when you leave. You can leave early or you can leave later, and you're almost always going to have a stop. For me personally, I don't want a early flight. I'm a night owl, so I don't want to have a too late of a flight either. So I'm going to go with the 2:12 flight. Right now we're at 5:05:88, and then here's the return trip to Pittsburgh. And here's the option of doing the 11:45 p.m. where you're basically going. You basically have an extra day. It's the red eye. It's a red eye flight that goes overnight, and I've done that a couple times. And you can actually leave at 11:45 or 11:02, and you're getting back to Pittsburgh either at 10:22 or 8:51. And to me, there's not much of a difference there. Although there's actually one that leaves earlier and gets back at the same time, 8:51. There's one stop on each. Actually, it's a shorter flight. So, but this actually requires an upgrade of $14. So, let's stick with the one that doesn't require the upgrade. This tells you, fees applied for seat choice, fee applies for a checked bag, cancellations not allowed after 24 hours, changes not allowed, personal item included. Or selecting that fare. They're putting the trip together. That's how it sets up. Leaving at 2:12 p.m. from Pittsburgh, arriving in Vegas at 5:46 p.m., and then leaving Vegas at 11:45 p.m. and arriving in Pittsburgh at 10:22 a.m. So basically doing it that way basically gives you an extra day. And another nice thing about doing that, the hotel that you're staying at typically will be able to put your luggage away for you so you can leave it and you can come back for it when you're about to go to the airport. That is the El Cortez Hotel and Casino. That's a 3.7 out of 5. And that's with 11,384 reviews. So it's a pretty good review, especially for the amount of money you're paying. Now, here is the getting to and from your hotel. And if you take a shared shuttle, which is typically what I do, going from McCarran International Airport, it's $17.01. That's round trip, one traveler. Or you can do the private minivan, which I've never done, and not much of a point. Now, if you want to add things to do, there's the Grand Canyon West Rim and Bus Tour, the High Roller Observation Wheel tickets, and these I never actually book ahead of time, just because I don't like to structure my vacations whenever I go. I want to kind of go and do it when I want to do it, and not be on a schedule. You're on a schedule all through the work week, all through, when you're home, you're pretty much always on a schedule. I really don't want to set up a schedule for my vacation, so I'd typically go and book whenever I'm out there. And typically you can find some nice deals either on the Strip or in downtown, but you can find deals out there when you're there in Vegas for these things. And I'm not going to actually book it now. I'm not actually booking it. I just want to show everybody on my channel and that these are things that you can do. But this is how basically you find the best deals. Basically, just try different dates, different date combinations. In addition to doing what I did Saturday through Friday, you can also do Sunday through Saturday, or you can try different combinations to get the best deal you can. But you definitely want to be flexible with when you're going to go. Don't put it down to a specific. You don't restrict yourself. Kind of take a look at all options available and take the best one, and then book it that way. Unless you really want to go at a certain time, like basically the And September is actually September 12th is my birthday, so that's typically, I've spent a few of my birthdays there, so, but traditionally, yeah, you want to try to open it up to whatever is the best deal that's available. And you can see our Cortez is on Fremont Street. That is downtown Vegas. But it appears a lot of the hotels are actually booking up. But these are some nice deals. There's the Golden Nugget. That's $642, and that's a pretty good deal for the Golden Nugget. And you see it gets a review of 4.1 out of 5. So that's actually better. That's a nice downtown Vegas casino. And that will see, but I wanted to give some tips and show people how to really take a look and how to really plan and take a look at how to book a good and inexpensive Vegas trip. Again, you want to be flexible with when you go, unless you really have to go at a certain time. Try to be flexible about it. Also, bear in mind weather. It is August. It will be hot out there. However, and if you go in the winter, if you go in January, I've been there. Last time I went in January, and it was cold. The temperature never got out of the 40s the entire time that I was there. It felt every bit of 40s and really colder. So, bear in mind the weather. Typically, when you're talking about a place like Vegas, you typically think of warm weather, but it can get cold there too in the winter. And actually, I've been to Vegas now twice during the winter, and both times, at least part of my trip, Pittsburgh was warmer, and that was annoying. So, but you can see the different options. And you saw the different options you have to work with when it came down to booking. If you want to book things ahead of time, you certainly can. If you like to really have your trips planned, your days planned when you go on vacation. I do not. But if you do, you have the option to do so as well. But yeah, that'll do it for this